So I missed uploading just because so much shit's going on. And I have shit, but it's just not public. So even though I don't have a live video for the last couple, or for yesterday rather, there is one. It's just not live. I guess are public. It's my own shit. I want to talk today about self-soothing, okay? I say self-soothing, a lot of people think, oh, baby. No, not babies. I'm talking about adults and are people that call themselves adults. Like, with me personally, it will take an act of Congress sometimes for me to be like, hey, this is what's going on. I need some help. And if I've ever come out and asked for something, you can trust and believe that I have taken, I don't know how many fucking different other options that I can think of to try to get it resolved within and by myself before asking for anything. So what I have a problem with is if I make attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt to try to talk to you, to try to, maybe not necessarily tell you what's going on with me, but to try to have some kind of interaction with you and you couldn't be bothered, that's cool, that's fine. So then at that point, with that being cool, with that being fine, I let it go. You understand? I have a really big problem with someone who weeks later wants to come at me and be like, what's going on with you as to, why you feel the way that you do. You got to talk to somebody. My response, it's not important. Don't worry about it. Because to be honest, if it was important, it would have been addressed. And not to the point to where it's damn near 2 full weeks later. And then you have a fucking attitude that I don't want to talk to you. Like, first off, I don't have to tell you shit. Second off, I don't owe you shit. Third off, in my own convoluted fucking mind, I'm thinking, hey, we're family. I should be able to, try to let you know what's going on. But you don't have fucking time. But yet and still, anytime I call you, it's always, oh, well, let me call you back. And I understand shit happens. Believe you me, I do. But come the fuck on, bro. You got time to do other shit. You got time to deal with other shit. You can call me in the middle of the night asking me for this, that, and the third, wanting to come to my house. Whatever the case may be. But yet and still, you don't have no fucking time. And then you try to throw some shit. No, fuck that. I don't care who you are. Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, whatever. I don't fucking care. I don't owe anyone anything. Anything. So I find it just mind-boggling. But it goes back to the old saying that a motherfucker don't care about shit unless it impacts them. So fast forward to 2 weeks later, after I tried to, have some conversations with people. And you hear that something's wrong. So now you want to talk to me. And then get an attitude when I can't be bothered. Where the fuck do you get off? Like, there's a high horse you're sitting on, get the fuck off. Because when you fall, you're going to hurt yourself. And I don't, on any celestial plane, want for anybody to have any kind of hardships, for anybody to experience any kind of shit like that. But don't do me at all. Don't try to fucking chastise me about anything. Like, there is a division amongst myself and my siblings. Because there's me and there's them. It's always been that way. And that's mainly been because of how shit was handled growing up. Like when I was younger, you know, my brother's dad was around at any given point in time. You know, either my mother had another support system, another parent. Okay? Same thing for my sisters. My father, nah, we didn't have that. So I was saddled with a lot of shit. Being the oldest, you have a lot of responsibilities that fall on you. It's just the fucking case. So I would say half the time my ass was sheltered, stuck in the house, having to deal with kids that ain't mine. And then whenever I had an opportunity to run out, break free, my ass fucking took off running at each fucking turn. Every chance I get, I'd wild the fuck out. Like, no nice way to say it, I'd wild the fuck out. So I've always known that. It's always been me and them. So first chance I got after I had my son, I got on housing, I got a fucking apartment, I bounced. And people had a problem with that. Now, I really love that people want to sit up and think that they're better than someone else. And let's just be real here. No one is better than the other. Okay? To be honest, each one of myself and my siblings fall into the fucking statistic category. And that's dope. Because I know that sounds weird, but it's dope because it just goes to prove, like I said, that nobody is better than the other. But when you have someone that is fucking spoiled, when you have someone that, aside from a child, they've never had any fucking responsibilities in their life. They've never had to take care of anything. Everything has always been done for them. And even when there was a point in time when things could not be done for them, they were with someone who took care of those things. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. One thing I don't do, I don't sit up and I don't talk shit about people. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't. Because it shows, in my opinion, a lack of empathy. You have no idea what another motherfucker's going through. Never. And if you do know what somebody's going through, it just makes you a fucking scumbag to sit up and run your mouth. So I'm going to have to make sure that when I do these, I'm doing them to where they're going to be public. Like I said, yesterday's was just really, really difficult. What I addressed, that's a private one for me. So today is Wednesday, March the 16th, 2017. I have a feeling that if I cannot get everything under control that I need to work on right now, I am going to start losing my hair. Losing my hair. I have what I thought was eczema, really bad, on my legs right now. And then at first I thought, I was like, no, it's not eczema, it's actually psoriasis. So I go in, and granted it is eczema, but it's actually being inflamed by what else I have going on. So I'm going to make sure that I kind of stay as positive as possible, with as less stress as possible, because that's going to give me longevity as much as possible. But then also, I really feel like I want to just burn off. Just go someplace and be happy. My son understandably doesn't understand why I don't want to include my family. There's only a couple people in my family that I actually consider to be family. So I'm trying to come to terms with a lot of things. And granted, I'll be 35 this year, but I'm having to come to terms with things that I would have never thought would be something I would have to think about at this stage of my life. A living will is difficult. Making a will is difficult, as well as just the whole thing. You know, I talked to a counselor that I got referred to by my employee assistance program through the company I work for, and they made a suggestion that just to kind of sit back and just kind of look at grand scheme of things. And I've done that, but I'm tired. So I will make sure that I upload tomorrow, because even if nobody watches but myself, it's myself. I've got a video. I've got myself in living color, so I can see where I am, where I was, and how I was doing. So, God, what is in my eye? So that's that. I'll be back tomorrow.